The Patriots also hired Florida A&M defensive coordinator and linebackers coach Milton Patterson. Milton Patterson actually spent 2023 with the Titans as an intern as part of that program. They also hired Illinois assistant defensive backs coach Kevin Richardson II. So they've got two guys, Milton Patterson, Kevin Richardson II, on this defensive staff. Both are young. Both are young up-and-comers, right? Understudies, so to speak. So you bring Patterson in, you bring Richardson II in. And this brings me to my next point about Mike Vrabel and how this coaching staff is being built. I believe that Vrabel is threading this needle near perfectly. He's bringing in experienced leaders, right? He's bringing in experienced guys like McDaniels and Marrone and Terrell Williams. He's bringing in the experience, but he also, at the same time, is bringing in these understudies, right? These young understudies. Offensively, you've got Larkin, you've got Grant. Defensively, you've got Patterson, you've got Richardson II. Offensive line, you've got Doug Marrone, you've got Hofteling, and maybe another name or two to be added to this staff. It's threading the needle. It's bringing in experienced guys like Doug Marrone, saying, Doug, you're going to handle the offensive line, but we're also going to have a couple of the younger guys underneath you to learn from you. And so now you have this terrific blend, this terrific mix of experienced leaders, coaches who have led rooms before with younger, up-and-coming understudies who are going to learn the tricks of the trade. And that's how you build a pipeline, right? If you want to build a pipeline of coaches and you want to do it the right way, this is how you do it. You have experience at the top and you have younger guys underneath who are learning from those experienced heads. And so if something happens and someone leaves, you have somebody to take over, right? Like right now, you've got Josh McDaniels, offensive coordinator. I don't think Josh is going anywhere, unfortunately for him, because he failed as a head coach so miserably. But you've got Josh McDaniels as the OC. You've got Thomas Brown, tight ends, passing game coordinator. Well, if Thomas Brown gets a job next year as an offensive coordinator, right? Well, now you have options underneath Thomas Brown as part of your offensive staff that you can promote. So if Ashton Grant does a great job as QB's coach, well, maybe Ashton Grant becomes QB's coach / passing game coordinator. This is what Bill Belichick used to do. The early days of Belichick, right? When he had Charlie Weiss and Romeo Crennel, he'd have younger guys underneath, and you would build that pipeline. Guys left. A lot of guys left. Belichick failed to replace some of those younger guys. He failed to supplement his coaching staff over time, which led you to Matt Patricia trying to be offensive line coach and offensive coordinator with Joe Judge. This is how you build it, though. You're inevitably going to lose people if you're successful, and Vrabel knows that. Vrabel went through that with Tennessee. He knows if you're a successful program, you win football games, guys will leave the staff. You have to be ready to replace those guys if/when they leave the staff. This is how you do it. You build this pipeline. You build this pipeline. You go out and you get somebody like Josh McDaniels. You give him a couple of young understudies. And you say, now we are prepared, right? If somebody leaves, we are prepared. Because the last thing we want to see is a top coach leave and nobody is ready to take over. Nobody's ready to help out. The pipeline.